Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mike. So I'm gonna go ahead and piggyback off the last video I made. One thing I've come to realize when it comes to trucking, man, when you're getting irritated or frustrated, when you're you got stuff that's getting your blood pressure up. Oh shit, got bull crap. When you have that stuff going on, man, the best thing for you to do is to get out of that truck. So whether you're on home time, 34-hour reset, a 10-hour break, or if you got some stuff going on that's really irritating you, got your blood pressure rising up, if you're one of those ones that when you get so irritated you get headaches, I'm one of those ones. You need to get out of that truck. So I'm not on home time, but I'm on a 34-hour reset at home, right? So I did figure out my issue to the AC as far as the truck. So I finally made it into Texas, and I ended up stopping by a Pilot in Huntsville that actually had the little Freon cans. So I went and put some Freon in the system, seen the clutch engaged, so that lets me know the AC compressor is not bad. All right, I'm not a mechanic, but I am mechanically inclined. So after seeing the clutch was still engaging, I started filling up the Freon. The first can went through, no issues. I went inside, AC started cooling, right? So now I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm just thinking like, all right, fuck it, maybe it just ran out of Freon. So I went inside the Pilot, bought like 3 more cans, and once I started putting the second can in, I started seeing smoke come from my the top of the radiator. So I'm like, God dang it, something's going on with the radiator. But after seeing where the smoke was coming from, it was coming from the AC condenser. So what seems like what happened was, what was that? Friday morning when I was on my way to make my delivery, it was raining really hard. And from that heavy rain that I was driving through, I was pushing through it, man. And it seems like the bug guard that's behind the grill detached from the grill and was just sitting there rubbing up against the AC condenser. So every time while I was driving, or every little bump, the bug guard was rubbing up against the AC condenser, just pretty much like this. So there was like 3 spots where you could see the fins on the AC condenser was they were messed up. So pretty much I need to replace the AC condenser on the truck. I called my TA here at my hometown, not in my hometown, where I stay. I called them up to see, hey, do y'all replace the condensers? Because if so, I was just gonna go ahead and order it, try to get it fixed on my 34-hour reset. That was a no-go. Seemed like these motherfuckers can't never do anything. So yeah, man, this past week has actually been one of those real stressful weeks where I was trying to be greedy the previous week, and I ended up doing something I don't usually do, which I know I've mentioned. I don't go up northeast, man. So I had a load coming down to Laredo, so I could have had my 34 at home last weekend. I didn't do it. I'm like, nah, let's keep it running for another week. So I did that, in 700 miles, $3,500 going up to Vermont, man. And it was it was on the lighter side. I think it was like 20K. Might have been lighter than that, honestly. I think it was lighter than 20K. So once he said there was a light load, I don't remember the mileage on that. I think it's like over $5 a mile. I'm like, oh hell yeah, let's run it. So now I'm sitting here thinking, and then I made it to that. That was, like I said, a 700-mile run. That was a 1 day's worth of workload right there for $3,500. So what I ended up doing was I was planning to do my 34-hour reset at that receiver in Vermont. I'm driving through these little small towns, back roads and everything. I get up there. Soon I pull into the driveway. Pow! No signal on any of my phones, man. So I end up driving like 3 miles up the road, and I did a 34-hour reset in this little shopping center. It was cool. Got up the next morning. Got up Monday, delivered the load, and that's where everything went downhill pretty much right there. So Monday on down to yesterday, it was pretty much a shitty week, to where I had a garbage pan load. I had the deadhead 200 miles up the main. I was in and out though. That was a good thing at my pickup. The load paid $2,000 to go, what? I think it was 800 miles down to, well, loaded miles. I think the loaded miles were like $700. And then it was a hazmat load too. So the chemical totes that I typically carry, I was hauling those same chemical totes, but they were empty. And typically, when you're hauling about 60 of those, if I'm not mistaken, it's only about 5,000 pounds. So it was a light load, 5,000 pounds full truckload going down to South Carolina. And then from South Carolina, he got me a damn good load, $3,500, going 1,000 miles, I believe, or 1,100 miles. Cool. Then back door out of that, get another crappy load. Was it another crappy load? Nope, it wasn't a crappy load. So after I delivered $3,500 load, which was in Kansas, that's when I couldn't get a good paying load, and people were, lowballing on the loads, man, calling that cheap shit, man. They don't make any sense. So from that, man, I had to get out the truck. So I'm one of those ones where if things don't go as planned or it's getting real rough out here, man, I need to go home. That's how I am. So, I mean, I can stay out 4 or 5 weeks at a time, but once it, typically after 5 weeks, okay, I'm agitated, I'm irritated, I'm missing my kids, I'm missing the old lady, I want to be home, I don't like being gone that long. That's why I try to set it up to where so as of right now, I'm trying to set it up to where I'm home every other weekend. So with that, I can also do whatever I need to do to this truck. So yeah, I drove pretty much 2 days with no AC. Once I got into Texas yesterday, it was like 96 degrees, and I was at that point to where I was just like, man, F this truck, F this load. I'm getting irritated. It's hot. I had my fans blowing on me. I was drinking cold water, and I was just still getting irritated, man. My blood pressure was steady going up. It is what it is. That pretty much comes with when you're buying a used truck. Granted, something that only costs $5 or $10 is pretty much finna cost me upwards of $500, probably more, you know what I'm saying, to replace this AC condenser as well as get the whole AC system recharged and everything. Now it's trying to rain. Get out of here. So yeah, man, I'm on home time, or I'm on a 34-hour reset at home. So I'm actually heading into Houston. So if you're familiar with I-10 coming from Louisiana area, I'm pretty much rolling down it. And y'all can see, we got some rain going on. So we're pretty much gonna see how long I can bear the truck with the condition it's in as far as the AC condenser. I'm get in touch with VL and see if they have any discounts on parts, or if they get any discounts on parts anywhere. If not, then I'll just try to order it online. I already been looking, and I'm finding the condenser to be about $100 to $150, so that's real good. I can go swipe my card, boom, get that. If the AC just bleeds out itself, and it's no longer pressurized, I may attempt to replace it myself, but I don't have everything that's needed to recharge the AC system. I wish I did. I've been wanting to get all that stuff, but hey, it is what it is. You say you want to get it, stuff comes up, you never get it because you don't think you really need it. And then now that I need it, it's just like, hey, So yeah, man, if you're out here, you're a driver, planning on driving, I mean, you know how your body is, you know how you react to certain situations. If it gets to the point to where you're stressed, man, you get irritated, and it could be from anything. Even if you're having issues at home, if you came back when you get to a ship or a receiver, you got people cutting you off, brake checking you, you got bad traffic, you got issues with the truck, you got issues with your dispatcher. Sometimes you need to get out that truck, man. So if you need to pull over and take a walk, get a breather, drink some water, whatever you need to do, try to do that, man. Because the last thing you need to do is be out here messing up yourself as far as your CDL. So yeah, man, try to take it easy out here. I'm one of those ones where I put my all into things. So when I put my all into it and I don't get that in return, I get irritated, I get stressed. So yeah, I'm out here hunting down parts, running a couple last minute errands before I hit back on the road tomorrow morning. I'll catch you guys in another video.